In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front bumper on this 2008 Nissan Xterra. It's going to be the same for several years. But you can buy one of these bumpers brand new for about $200 with shipping. So when you have a big dent in it, or let's say it's all scratched up, you don't need to go to a body shop to spend $400 or $500 to get a new bumper installed and repaired. You can buy one of these online, have it show up at your doorstep in 1 to 2 days, and within about 45 minutes have it replaced. I'll show you the big dent in this bumper, and we'll get this replaced and this Xterra back on the road. On the passenger side, you got about a hand-sized dent in the bumper. I can't get it pushed out from the inside. I've tried heating it up. So the best thing to do is buy a brand new bumper, and we'll go ahead and replace it. So first thing you need to do is open up the hood, and then there's 4 of these pop fasteners on top of the grill right here. We just need to remove those next. So you can just use a flat blade screwdriver, kind of just pop it up like that and pull straight up. Now that those 4 push fasteners are out of the way, the grill is kind of loose. You can just pull it straight towards you. And there's 2 push fasteners, one on each side. And you can feel how this is a little bit farther out now that those are loose. But now there's 2 other fasteners down at the very bottom that we got to squeeze in to release, and then we can get this entire grill off. I've got the passenger side, or when I'm facing the left side, pretty loose. I don't have it off all the way because I want to kind of show you a couple things. So depending on the year, you might also have some pop fasteners along here. That's going to hold the grill to the bumper. You can remove those now or later. But on the very end, and then right here, this one's kind of loose. You'll see this tab right here. You just need to push those down. Like I have one right there I need to release. I'm just going to kind of push that with my finger. And then this one right here on the end, coming from the bottom, I'm just going to push a little bit and then push towards the front, and then the grill comes right off. So this would be the bottom side of the grill, these little slots that are going in, and you're pushing this tab up while pushing out towards you at the same time. So then up here on the bumper, they're going into these little slots right here. There's 4 of those, so you just need to push those and pull out at the same time. Driver's side and the passenger side, there's going to be 2 Phillips head screws right here in this kind of inner fender well. So we need to go ahead and remove those next. We have those 2 screws out. We can pry this wheel well cover out, and there's a hidden 10mm screw right here. So all you got to do is start at the top. You can use your flat blade screwdriver and just kind of slide down like this, and this will slide out of the way, and then we can get in here and remove that screw. All right, so now at this point we have all fasteners underneath. So we have one here, one here. Moving along, we got one right there. You just have to be looking inside these holes and you'll find other fasteners. One right there, one there, and then one there on the final end. So I believe that there should be 8, but depending on if anyone's ever worked in your car before or not, you may have less. And then if you go all the way out to the edge, you'll find another Phillips there. And then you have another one right out there at the very edge. So I believe all total on the bottom should be 12 screws if it's all from the factory. All factory, they should be 10mm. At this point, your bumper should come off. There should only be 2 kind of compression locks still in there that you just kind of push in and you pull out. They just kind of compress under tension and hold it in place. So we should be able to just grab this, pull from the driver's side, and just kind of work your way to the center. And then we'll come over here to the passenger side. Just kind of want to help it get loose from this inner fender well so it doesn't catch. At this point, we have the driver's side completely loosened up from the inner fender well. The passenger side is as well. So now we should be able to pull it straight off. And that's what the front of the vehicle should look like now with the bumper removed. We need to replace those clips from our old bumper and install them onto the new bumper. And you're going to have several of these. Now if this is an old vehicle with high mileage, some of these may have fallen off or been broken. But you can simply just pull these off and then we're going to slip them onto the new bumper. So I like to start in the middle. You see these holes right here, that's where those kind of push fittings go to. So I just kind of want to make sure that all these are lined up here in the middle. As you can see, the bumper is a little bit high right here. I don't want to push this down yet. I kind of want to go on the other side and see what it looks like on the inner fender well. So you just want to make sure that this isn't being hung up here, because this piece here, this inner fender well, has to go behind the bumper. So I can pull this out a little bit, slip this in behind. It'll be a little bit easier. So now I have that inner fender well behind the bumper the way it should be. But remember, there's that hidden bolt right up inside here. So we're going to want to put that on before we fasten on anything else. Let's go ahead and check the driver's side. You can see how the fender's kind of bumped way out here. We need to get this inner fender liner behind here, just kind of at the bottom. And then we still need to put in that hidden fastener. So don't tuck this all the way in at the top. Now I haven't put any screws or bolts in yet. I just want to make sure that the fender is underneath the headlights right now. And then we'll go along, make sure these holes in the center are lined up, and then check the passenger side. All right, so these holes here are lined up perfectly. Let's go ahead and check the passenger headlight. As you can see, we got a big gap there, so we need to kind of push this up and in a little bit, get it tucked underneath that headlight. A lot of times when I'm working on cars, they're missing all those push fasteners. So I'll put a link in the description to get one of these kits off Amazon. And you just kind of go through, depending on what kind of car you're working on, whether it's GM, Ford, Nissan. You might use different ones, but this one right here is the exact replacement. So we'll go ahead, push all those in, because I was missing 2 of them. Now, depending on how many miles are on the car, you could be missing 4 or 5, but it helps to have one of these kits on hand. I like to put these push fittings in first. One, because it's going to hold it in place, but they're not super tight, so it will move around a little bit for more adjustments. My push connector's in, so I know the bumper's not going to fall off. And now I just kind of work my way from the middle to the outside. Driver's side seems to be lined up perfectly, so we'll go ahead and put in that hidden bolt. Hint, when you're over here putting in these 2 Phillips screws right here and here, to give you a little more clearance using a long screwdriver. On the driver's side, you turn the wheel to the right, and on the passenger side, you can turn it to the left, and that will give you more clearance to put these in. Screw in. I've got my inner fender liner put back on. I've got my 2 Phillips screws in right here. So now the only thing left holding the bumper on are all the screws on the bottom. All right, now that the bumper is fully secure, we need to put this front grille on. And these little tabs right here, you'll see them all along this bottom edge. I want to show you where they need to line up into. They're going to go in these slots right here, 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 and here. So you're going to kind of look behind the grille as you line those up, kind of push it in straight, and then we're going to hinge it up and push it into place. And then right here on the headlights, that's where there's going to be another kind of push connector. Now with the grills in place, just push in a little bit to line up these push fasteners and put all these back in place. With a license plate mount, so remove the 2 Phillips screws and pull the mount off. And then simply screw on your license plate mount. All there is to it to putting on a Nissan Xterra front bumper. So now it's scratch-free, dent-free, only costs $200, and it can be done in roughly about 45 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the step-by-step video, and thanks for watching.